How to record video tutorials, additional editing functions. Previous videos demonstrated basic editing for the audio and visual portions of a video. In this video, we'll see how to brighten or dim the video, crop the video, rotate the video, speed up or slow down the audio or the video or both portions of a video, and produce several videos from a single PowerDirector session without exiting and re-entering the editor. You are watching a Tom's Tech Notes video. If you like this video, please click my name, Thomas Wallace, while the video is playing to visit my channel. To return to this video from my channel, just click your browser's back button. For these next functions, to change the entire video, select all of it in the timeline, then click the function. To change only a part of the video, split the video around the part to change, select the part, and then click the function. To brighten the video, first select what you're going to work on, click the magic tool symbol right here, then click Magic Fix, and then check Lighting Adjustment. Notice the appearance of the video. As you increase the brightness, and as you decrease the brightness. It doesn't have a huge range. If you want a wider range of change, you'll probably have to go back to your video camera or your other video source and make the adjustments there when you're filming. There is a percentage indicator here that shows you whether you've made it brighter or dimmer. And there are some other options here that we're not going into in this video. To close this adjustment screen, click the X box here. Here's how to crop a video. Select the part of the video you want to crop by inserting breakpoints, but I will just crop the entire video. Click Power Tools. Click Video Crop, and now click Crop Video. Since we're using an aspect ratio of 16:9, dragging any one of the marks around the edge will have exactly the same effect in cropping the video. Doesn't matter which one you drag. And you would think that all you have to do is click OK here and you'd be done. But I'm going to show you why that's not all you have to do. Click OK. OK, now it's cropped. But watch what happens when I advance the video timeline toward the end of that clip. As I advance the video in time, there's a zoom effect going on. It's hard to see, but if you look at the top line in the image, it's coming down because the picture is zooming. See the top, that line at the top, near the top, it's moving up and down. That's because PowerDirector automatically zooms the video if you crop it the way we just did. Next, I'll show you how to crop a video and avoid that zoom effect. I'll just erase this one. I'll delete it. I'll bring it down again for the crop. Now we'll start to crop again. So we'll click Power Tools. It's all selected. We'll click Power Tools. We'll click Video Crop, and we'll click Crop. And we'll start the way we did before. We'll crop it. But now, instead of clicking OK, I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of how the editor works. This red diamond means that's the first keyframe in the video. This diamond means it's the last keyframe in the video. We have to play games with those keyframes. So what you do is we've already cropped it at the first keyframe. Now we'll click the last keyframe. Now we'll click this one that says duplicate the keyframe. Duplicate previous keyframe, which is the one at the beginning of the clip. Now we'll click OK. And now you should notice as we advance the video, the lines at the top of the image do not move. There is no zooming taking effect. See that line at the top, near the top there, does not move as we advance through the video. There is no zooming being done to the image. To move the position of the crop rectangle, drag the symbol in the center. You move the cursor over the center, it turns into a cross. Now you can move the crop rectangle within the original picture. It keeps an indicator to show you how far you moved from the original center. There's the original center, there's where we moved it to. You can also rotate the video on this screen. To do that, hover over this dot here until the cursor changes to two circling arrows. Drag the symbol to the right or left to tilt your image. When you're finished with all those adjustments, you can click OK, or you can click Cancel to make them all go away. Another thing you can do, I'll close this screen. I'll click Cancel to close the screen. Another thing you can do is speed up or slow down the video or the audio or both in a section of your video. But you should be aware there's an interaction between the section you're working on and other sections on the same track, and even on video sections that are not on the same track, that are on other tracks. So you're going to have to experiment to get used to how the interactions work. I'll show you just a few. Select the section you want to work on. Click Power Tools. Might as well uncheck this before we close the screen. Good idea to go back to this screen, the media room screen, to go and then click Power Tools. You've selected the section you're going to work on. Click Power Tools. Click Video Speed to change the speed of the video. Notice that there is a checkbox here that says stretch the audio to match the video. I've said I'm going to change the video speed, but I've also said I want you to stretch the audio to match. If you uncheck it, you can change the video without stretching the audio to match. Now watch what happens when we increase the speed slightly of this section. Notice since the audio and video are currently linked, they both adjusted even though I didn't check that box that said stretch the audio or video to match. Let's try slowing it down. And they've both stretched. If I had unlinked the sections, the audio and the video, I could have changed them independently, the audio and the video. You're going to have to experiment with these. The interactions are kind of complicated. So that's the way you speed up or slow down your video. For instance, you're trying to get the whole thing to come out a certain time, and you had to shorten or lengthen little sections of it to make it come out right. Part 4 described how to produce a single video from pieces of one or more videos. Just combine and edit them, delete the sections you don't want, and produce what's left. Power Director also provides a way to produce part of a video, then continue editing and produce additional parts from the same video. First, locate the parts of the video that you want to produce separately and split the videos around each part. Put range markers around the first section you want to produce. The way to do that, let's say we're going to produce this section here. Look at the time slider. There are two symbols to the right and left of it. Drag the rightmost symbol over to the right end of the section you want to produce separately. Next, right-click the section, select Lock Range. That's in case you screw up before you successfully produce it. Next, right-click in the range you just marked and select Produce Range. Select your format, MP4. Now, since you're going to be producing several from the same editing session, you're going to want to specify the name here. So I'll call it produce 2. When it's finished producing, switch back to the edit screen by clicking edit on this second line of the window. Not the edit over here. Edit here. Does a little housekeeping. Now, since we locked this range, we're going to have to unlock it. Otherwise, you can't create another range. So you right-click it, select Unlock Range. You select Lock Range again, and that unlocks it. Now do the same thing to select another section that you want to output. I've already done the splits. So now the same thing. Drag. When you select a section from another section, it positions it on the left end and sets the range marker beginning and end of that point. So leave the beginning marker set there, drag the ending range marker over to the right end of the range you want to produce. Depending on how fast your computer is, you may have a little bit of a lag here when you move the pointer when it moves. So there we are. Release. Again, I would go ahead and lock the range, which you can do by clicking here also. You can lock it by clicking here, or you right click it and select lock range. So let's just do it here, lock range. Okay, now if we screw it up, these markers won't go away, which they would if you clicked anywhere else without locking the range. So now we have another one ready to go. So we just do the produce again. And again, make sure it says MP4, which it will if you're still in the same editing session. Now you need to change this name. It did go back to produce, so let's call it produce 3, or any other name you want to pick, and hit start again. Once it's finished producing a section and returns to this screen, you can either close the program or you can go back to the editor and resume with the next piece you want to produce. I'm just going to close the program, clicking the X box at the top. And since I'm not going to resume editing at this point, I'll just say no, I don't want to save what I've done. PowerDirector has many other editing functions, as we mentioned before, and you should see the online help for PowerDirector or just Google for more information. Thanks for watching my video. Please click my name, Thomas Wallace, to visit my channel page to see more of my videos.